All right. Okay. Good evening, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky. Those of you as far west as Jackson. Those of you as far east as Crossville. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call with your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt. And if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Everyone, welcome to the November edition of Pharmacist On Call. This is your 1 hour forum where you get to ask those burning questions that your doctors and your pharmacists are too busy to answer. But guess what? They're busy. They got stuff to do. But this hour, I have the time for you. So call in with your questions and your comments. The producer is going to flash the information on the screen here so that you all can call in. Rule number one, there are no silly questions. So when it comes to your health, feel free to ask whatever you want. As we usually do, we are going to get into our condolences, birthdays, and what have you. It looks like, first of all, I wanted to extend condolences to my cousin Tommy Pruitt on the passing of his daughter Tammy. So I wanted to extend condolences to him, and I believe that her younger sister Tanya passed away earlier in the year. So condolences to Tommy. I want to get into some birthdays here. Happy belated birthday to my niece, Jamie Hardy, out there in Antioch. So happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to my lion brother, my Ford dog, Richard Ray, up there in, from Gallatin, but up there in Clarksville now. And happy birthday to Eric Stevens, another one of my chapter brothers. They're born in November. And finally, happy birthday to my sweetie, my poo-poo, Miss Shawn Hatcher. So happy birthday to her. I did want to mention somebody. I just happened to be out accidentally looking for an adult beverage, and the guy at the liquor store recognized me. So I wanted to give a shout out to Dan over at Cheers Wine and Liquors over there in Lebanon off of 109. So if you know Dan, tell him I said hi and that I recognize him on the show. Anytime you guys see me out in public, I try to take pictures and recognize you, especially for those of you who live in outlying areas. So a big shout out to Dan who recognized me as I came in and yeah, so there. I also wanted to wish a happy Founders Day to the men of Omega Sci-Fi. That's why you see them rocking the sci-fi. So root to the bros, happy 112th year, celebrating on November the 17th. So that's about it. So before your calls come in, if you all want to talk about some supplements, we can do it. I guess we'll start by the most popular one. And most people like to talk about this here, this beetroot juice. So we'll talk about this right here. This is our solution for those of you who are dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, pancreatitis, liver problems, anemia, constipation, a whole bevy of things. So beetroot juice, we primarily use it in our hypertension and diabetic population. Works differently for each condition. But this stuff here is probably our number one selling product. Don't worry, everyone. I know after a show, it usually gets bought up pretty quickly. We still got about 30 bottles. I've got about 45 coming tomorrow. So we'll have plenty of beetroot juice. The way that it works in hypertension, for those of you who haven't seen previous shows, is in hypertension, your blood vessels are really constricted. So it's what we call vasoconstriction. And so it's hard for your heart to pump blood through those vessels. So what beetroot juice does, because it contains organic nitrates relax those vessels. That's what we call vasodilation. So they dilate the vessels. And once the heart sees that, it knows that it does not have to pump as hard as it used to. And so the blood pressure goes down by biofeedback or what have you. So that's how it handles hypertension. In diabetes, it provides the alkalinity that the pancreas needs. The pancreas is actually an alkaline organ. So the amylase and the lipase that it produces are actually alkaline enzymes. So this converts to sodium bicarbonate that the liver then uses to produce, pancreas produces so what it needs to help your body respond to the sugar, to help start producing its own insulin. So what this does for you diabetics out there, lowers your fasting blood sugar probably the next day, lowers your A1C. I've seen A1Cs jump really low probably within a month. I know it's a 3-month test, but I've seen them go from 12 to 8 in less than a month. with certain dietary measures as well. So beetroot juice is a really solid adjunct to your current diabetic therapy, or many people are using it by itself now. So if you are on insulin and metformin and all that, and you still can't seem to get your blood sugar down, I would suggest that you add beetroot juice to your current regimen and then watch your numbers improve. And then what I've also been having a lot of my diabetics do too, because you're probably not being told, but what you eat at night influences your sugars in the morning. So that means when you eat things like rice, pasta, bread, those things convert into carbohydrates. There are carbohydrates which convert into sugar the next morning. So for you diabetics out there, make sure that your evening meals are not comprised of rice, pasta, bread, potatoes, things of that nature, because they're gonna turn into sugar in the morning. And I'm sure a lot of you out there, wow, that's why my blood sugar stays up. Yeah, that's exactly it. And then of course watching the processed sugar and all that, and then watch your numbers come down with this. Like I said, the biggest jump I've seen was a 12 to 8, and that was less than a month with those same dietary measures and taking beetroot juice once or twice a day on an empty stomach. If you're wondering how much this stuff costs, it's $24.99, $27.30 with tax. We ship it all over the country. So if you're viewing and you're not in the immediate Nashville area, we can ship this to you pretty easily. Now, for those of you who are dealing with pancreatitis, and I've seen a lot of this lately, and for those of you may not know what's going on, because I've had to diagnose people who did not know what was going on with them. You're experiencing a lot of nausea, a lot of weight loss, a lot of vomiting. Every time you eat certain foods like sugar or spicy foods, you'll get a pain over here on your left side, and you'll feel a lot of nausea. Well, that is your pancreas. It's the same organ that's involved in diabetes. So make sure that you get some beetroot juice. I would probably take, for pancreatitis, I'd probably take it 2 or 3 times a day, especially with your meals. And then make sure that your foods that you eat are not comprised of processed sugar or really any sugar, and spicy foods, because they're going to inflame the pancreas as well. So what happens is you are not able to break down your food, and you probably realize that your stools are runny and soft and they're not solid. So what this will do is give the pancreas what it needs, so it secretes the amylase and lipase that you need to break your foods down. Another thing that I've been recommending for people with pancreatitis, along with this, is something called super enzymes, which they are a replacement for the enzymes that you're not producing naturally in your body. So stop by and get those as well. And I've had people who have been taking stuff like Vialcase and Creon, and they're doing well adding those super enzymes in this stuff as well. So pancreatitis, very big. The other thing I forgot about pancreatitis, alcohol. So yeah, alcohol and sugar are your 2 culprits. And a lot of people were saying that they would probably have a nightcap with some wine that's only going to aggravate the pancreatitis. So try not to do that, certainly at night. Trying to think what else we got here out of beetroot juice. Well, looks like we got our first call here. So you guys hang on and we'll get back to beetroot juice. Pharmacist on call, may I help you? Pharmacist on call, may I help you?
Hello, this is Jimmy.
Yes, sir. I may help you.
Yes, I want to purchase that beetroot juice.
Yes, sir. You can either call the store or you can go on the internet at pharmacistblend.com. That's pharmacist with an S at the end, and blend.com. And we can ship it out to you, or you can call the pharmacy in the morning and we can ship it out to you that way.
Okay, I can call the pharmacy in the morning, which is this same number?
No, this is the number to the show. The pharmacy number, the producer is going to flash up to you at the end of the show. So wait till the end of the show, and then he'll provide you the information of where to contact me and what have you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Where are you calling from, Jimmy?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Okay. Well, yeah, you just stop in, man.
Where's that?
Oh, you got to wait till the end of the show to find out. So
okay.
Hang on, you'll get the address.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, everyone. It looks like we're up near our first break, so you all stay right there. We'll be right back. Okay. All these odd phone sounds kicking out. See, I gotta. All right. So those of you out there in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all the other places that we are broadcasting, be sure to call in. The phone number is 615-737-7587 and ask a question. Now, I did want to remind you that the December show is where I give away all the free stuff. So make sure you guys call in on that show. Whatever question you ask, the supplement related to it, you get that product free. It's going to be busy, so you all better call in pretty quickly. Oh, but you don't have to call in. Just put your question in the chat box there, and then I'll answer it. Okay. Okay. All right. 30 seconds, everyone, before we get back live on the air here. Don't be shy. You can ask those health questions if you want. And, we'll get them answered for you. Be sure to share this with someone that you know issues with health concerns and they're not getting the answers that they need. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, Community Pharmacist of the World. Looks like we got another call here, so we'll get into that and then we'll finish our discussion about beetroot juice. Let's see here. Diane, welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hi.
Hi.
The beetroot juice, can I just take it for my high blood pressure?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. You can just take it for high blood pressure. So people use it for different things. If you're not diabetic, you'll be just fine taking it for your blood pressure only.
Okay, then. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. And I guess I should have stated that. So, yeah, this thing does a number of different health conditions, but none of the other health conditions affect you. And there's only one. Then take it for that particular thing. So if just pancreatitis is your issue, then yeah, you can take beetroot juice just for that. You know, you'll still keep your blood pressure low, keep your pancreas functioning, keep your cholesterol low. Excuse me. So don't think that you can't take it just because it does a multiplicity of things and, you know, you only have one issue. One other organ that I did want to touch on that beef fruit, it's actually beetroot juice, BEETROOT juice. All right. So the liver. So the liver sometimes gets inflamed and we have toxins and all that. It looks like we'll skip that because we've got Jim on 3. Jim, welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hello.
Yes, sir. How can we help you?
Okay. So I had a bout most of my life with AFib.
Yes, sir.
And so we got that arrested finally at St. Thomas. And now I have a mild case of congestive heart failure.
Okay.
And breathing is a little bit difficult for me, but not impossible. I don't think I'm rocks or anything, I hope. But I have gained about 40 pounds during all this hospitals and all that stuff. And I was just wondering, what would be the best thing that you could recommend to take
So it sounds like once you get to that state, Jim, that you're having a lot of fluid accumulation. Is that the case with you? Okay.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't have any. The doctor, when I go, he pushes my ankle there, and no, I don't have any, swelling there or anywhere.
Well,
other than that.
Yeah. Well, the difficulty is the fluid that's accumulating around your heart.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it sometimes becomes difficult to breathe. Does the doctor have you on a fluid pill?
No.
Okay. Is there
the only thing I'm taking is a bladder pill and an eye pill. Trying to think of the name of it. Anyway, no water pill, and I've been released by the heart surgeon actually.
Okay. Yet you're still having this difficulty breathing.
Well, it's when I bend over because my gut's too big.
Oh, okay. You get ended. Okay.
Yeah, that's when the problem.
All right. So you're not on any heart medication?
Excuse me?
Are you on any heart medication?
No.
Okay. Then I'm thinking maybe beetroot juice, because what happens is sometimes those vessels get constricted. So you need something to open them up and allow more blood, more oxygen in there. And of course, there's the size that makes it a little more difficult. I would probably add this to what you're doing. And your blood pressure's under control. That's really weird. So you got heart failure.
I have fabulous blood pressure, and my pulse is fabulous of a teenager. And they just they can't believe it, but they always take it 3 times. When I'm having it taken, I'm 73 years old, and they just almost don't believe how well that is.
Okay.
All that is.
Well, what is your main complaint then?
Well, also I can't sleep very well.
Okay. What happens to keep you from sleeping?
I don't know. I maybe get 3 hours at best, and then I was on CPAC, but then it was worse. I was really miserable with that, so I just threw that away and going on its own.
Are you getting up to use the bathroom at night? Is that what's keeping you?
Yeah, well, I do have the bladder pill and everything to do that.
Okay. How many times are you getting up to use the bathroom?
Sometimes 3, maybe 4 times a night.
Okay. Well, so you don't have a sleeping problem. It sounds more like it's bladder/prostate. So for that, I would probably recommend a couple of things. First, pumpkin seed oil, for those of you who are going through overactive bladder. This will stop the spasming of your bladder and slow it down so you don't have that urinary urgency that you do. The other thing, especially for you fellas, the prostate, it becomes inflamed, and when you do go to the bathroom, it doesn't empty all the way out. And so you're having to get right back up.
Yeah, I'm not having that problem.
Okay.
I am not. Back in the 40s, when I was in the 40s, I was having that problem. But this one, of course, when you lay down, your body makes more urine anyway. I know that.
It does. So I probably recommend this pumpkin seed oil for your bladder.
Pumpkin seed oil, never heard that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, great for bladder spasms.
And you've got that in stock?
We do, yes. Well, this is the last bottle, but I've got more coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I really, other than my vision's not good. I had the lens implants and all of that. Now I've got cornea. They want to put the cornea things under my cornea.
Yes, sir.
And I'd rather go with the molding of the cornea, which is in Atlanta. There's a guy, the doctor in Atlanta does that. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not.
No, I'm not. In fact, I'll just go on and admit I am not a ophthalmology expert.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I'd just rather not go with the cornea implant. But do you know of anything could help the eyesight that you have?
What I've had, let me think, this right here, because it decreases the intraocular pressure in the eye. And so I've had people say they've gotten better vision. And actually, from my COVID-19 potion, I have people say that this also improved their vision because it kind of does the same thing, reduces blood pressure in the eyes. We got a couple of things we can do now.
You say the pumpkin seed oil is best for that. Yeah.
No, for your bladder.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And And then pumpkin seed oil and what else?
Your pumpkin seed oil and beetroot juice. That's right here.
Beetroot juice.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And thank you so much for talking to me. I watch the show every time you come on.
All right, where you calling from, Jim?
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, my old stomping grounds.
Been down here fighting fires for 30 years. So.
Okay, all right, good deal, Jim.
All right. Thanks a lot for talking with me.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you for your call.
Okay, bye-bye.
All righty, bye-bye. Yeah, just celebrated homecoming up there in Austin Peay. So I spent my formative years there. And while I'm at it, wanted to congratulate Latrice Westbrook, Judge Latrice Westbrooks, on being honored a distinguished alumnus last week during homecoming for the work that she has done in the legal and the judicial arenas. So one of the more distinguished alumni at Austin Peay State University. So congratulations, Latrice. Let's see. We were talking about the liver and beetroot juice. So one of the things that those of you who are dealing with cirrhosis, hepatitis, and just fatty liver, this has a product, a compound in it called betaine, Betaine. And what betaine does is helps the liver to begin to heal itself, but it also detoxifies the toxins that are present in the liver. So for those of you who are dealing with that, then I recommend beetroot juice for you. Cholesterol as well. So we have people looking for natural remedies for cholesterol just because they hate the statins. Well, this behaves the same way, brings your cholesterol down, but without the side effects of the rhabdomyolysis and the liver enzyme kicking up and the pain in the back of the legs and all that. So just does a multiplicity of things. This is truly a superfood. It looks like we got another caller here. All right, so we're going to check out Rochelle. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering if you have something that's good for pulmonary hypertension.
Pulmonary hypertension. I would probably go with this right here. Beetroot juice.
Oh, the beetroot juice
Yes,
is good
ma'am.
for that too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that safe for a baby, like 5 months old?
Unless the doctor told them do not give this baby beets, I would think a baby's okay to eat beets.
Okay.
Yeah. Were they a preemie or anything?
Sir?
Was the baby a preemie or on a restricted diet?
No, she was full term, but she has other medical problems. She's gonna eventually have to have a heart transplant.
Okay.
And she has trisomy 21.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I think she would be okay with this. Certainly not the dose that an adult would take, but probably maybe a half a teaspoonful at 5 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have anything that could work similar to BMAX for a baby?
Let's see, a diuretic that a baby could take.
Mm-hmm.
Is she accumulating fluid?
Well, that's just for her heart. She has endocardial cushion defect.
Okay. Not knowing her full history and being so young, I'd be not inclined to recommend it. Because you've got celery, you've got asparagus. Those are both natural diuretics in that family.
Okay.
But I would imagine
when she gets older,
maybe when she gets older, but right now, yeah, she should be strictly under the care of a cardiologist.
Okay, she is.
Yeah. So, but beetroot juice, I think would be fine.
When she got older, I was just wondering if it was any natural things that she could use.
Yeah, maybe when she's like 1 or 2 years old. Yeah, then you could go asparagus, you could go celery, you could go. It's escaping me, but I think maybe next month, if I really look into it, I'll remember what else she could use, and then of course keeping her on a low sodium diet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So I think we've talked beetroot juice here enough. All right. So as we are entering the fall season, try to think what you guys really want to talk about here. A lot of you have been coming in and wanting to lose weight. especially with Ozempic not being available, Mounjaro and Wegovy kind of being out of circulation. I would recommend you all take Garcinia cambogia. And this is our solution for weight loss. What I like about it is it does not increase the blood pressure, but it still gets the results. This works in about 3 different ways. Excuse me. So the first way is it blocks the appetite. So you just will not eat as much as you normally did. And for years, I've been saying I'm a fairly nice guy. I can eat an entire pizza by myself, a large pizza, if you let me. But if I take 2 of these capsules, a couple of slices at the most for the night, and I'm done. So this severely reduces your appetite. The second thing that it does is it has a mild antidepressant effect. So it keeps your mood up. It boosts your serotonin. So during this period of time where you may miss a loved one or relationship or what have you, and you want the tendency to binge eat, it will not let you, because you will be in such a good mood that you will not want to overeat. And then thirdly, and probably most importantly, for those of you who are carb lovers, this blocks the conversion of the food you eat at night turning into fat. So the enzyme responsible for that is called citrate lyase. And the hydroxycitric acid, which is the active ingredient in this, blocks citrate lyase from turning that pizza into fat and all that other good stuff that we eat at night. So that's why I say if you want to help Garcinia work even better, limit your carbohydrates, because what it does is it's high in fiber. It's going to make all this stuff, and you're going to number 2 it out, okay? So Garcinia for weight loss, especially as we enter the holiday season. Some of you like to get started on your New Year's cleanse a little early. You know you're going to go hard for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Then I recommend Garcinia cambogia, safe in blood pressure. I think the only concern that I've had is people who are on thyroid medication, and I think there is an interaction there. But outside of that, I think you can do well with that. Okay, let's do potion, y'all. Yeah, so I know that we've been selling a lot of this stuff. Yes, it is out on Amazon. I've got to send them a few hundred bottles. So I'm just having trouble keeping up making it, but we got plenty in the pharmacy now. This is my solution for the big C19, RSV, cold, flu, whatever is out there dealing with the immune system. I came up with this in somewhere between March and June of 2020 as a solution to what was going around at the time. There was no vaccine for it. People were dying, and people were coming in saying, you need to come up with something to help us deal with this thing. So I did research at night after I closed and studied how the virus traveled through the body, how it killed us, what it did. And I studied things in nature which had a history of killing coronaviruses and boosting the immune system. And so I came up with 4 ingredients: Nigella sativa, which we call black seed oil, raw coconut oil, raw honey here in Middle Tennessee, and vitamin D oil. Each of the ingredients has a specific function in terms of dealing with the virus and also boosting one's immune system. We've got a great track record with this. If you go on Amazon, you see it's got 5-star reviews. A number of people saying that it saved their lives. So Dr. Pruitt's potion is it. We'll get back to this in a second. We've got Regina. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I got 2 quick questions.
Fire away.
The first one, what happens I have a new insurance, went in to see my endocrinologist. She called in some medication, and my medications are in adjudication. Is that something that the doctor has done? Because I was getting 3 months at a time, but now I can only get 1 month.
It depends on the insurance plan. Some will limit some pharmacies. So for instance, for those of you who have Caremark, in order to get you, I'm going to tell you Caremark, some of these insurances own their own pharmacies, and what they will do is limit an outside pharmacy like us from giving you 90-day supplies, limiting you to only 30-day supplies and saying, hey, you can get a 90-day supply if you transfer to us and let us mail your medication to you. So depending on your insurance plan, they may have an in-house pharmacy, and they are trying to steer you, which is illegal, by the way, steer you to them. What insurance are you on, by the way?
It's Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, that may be Caremark. So what medication in particular are you trying to get 90 days on?
It's Trulicity and metformin.
Okay, yeah, and though, well, metformin is okay, but that Trulicity is very expensive, and the insurance company themselves may not want to, shoot that bill out there. Man, I think Trulicity is it's
It's a Blue Choice healthcare plan.
okay. Is this plan new to you?
It is. This was the first time I was getting medication still, and so I called my insurance. And said,
And what did they say?
happened here?
Yeah, I'm not sure
They
what
just-
adjudication means.
Yeah,
Either you're going to
said
cover it or you're not. Okay.
was an adjudication, and so I didn't know what that meant either. But like they said, like you said, they get 3 months. If I did the mail order,
That's called steering. So you stay at your pharmacy if you want to, or yes, it's a game out there. So that's a game the insurances play to try to, and they've succeeded in knocking out a lot of small independent pharmacies out of business through audits and steering stuff like this, sending letters to you saying that, hey, Pruitt's Discount Pharmacy no longer accepts our insurance, which is a bald-headed lie. We accept them all. But the patients have brought the letters in. So guys, you're going to have tricks like that. You stay with your small pharmacy if you want. Call the insurance out on it, but let your pharmacy know too, because they may not even know that the insurance company has sent out letters like this. What I would do, ma'am, is see if they have a participating pharmacy in the community that they will allow to do the 90-day supply. Tell them you absolutely hate mail order and they're impeding on your choice.
I will definitely do that. My second question is, how can I lower my blood sugar? What happened is I got COVID.
Okay.
And I went into the doctor. I caught it within like first day or two, so I was able to take the Paxlovid.
Okay.
A couple of days of taking the Paxlovid, I started breaking out. So I went to the Walgreens clinic because I wanted to shut it down, turn the hives off. I've had them before. They get pretty severe.
Yes, ma'am.
And the only thing they would give me was the oral prednisone. I took that for a couple of days. It made me feel even worse. By the third day, it was time for my regular annual, and my PCP gave me a shot. He didn't have the Decadron in, but he said the shot was similar. I can't remember the name. It began with a D also, but I'll never take that again.
Dexamethasone.
Say that again, please.
Dexamethasone.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's a generic for Decadron.
Okay. Yeah. And anyway, it's messed me up. I'm going on 3 weeks now. My blood sugars are still high. I mean, they're coming down now, but it's still high. And I feel horrible when they're high.
Yeah. So what happens is, guys, when you take steroids like that, they do tend to push up your sugar, your dexamethasones, prednisones. They're going to do that. So beetroot juice to help bring that blood sugar down. They should normalize over time. The thing with COVID and all that, it does kind of mess with your organs too. So hopefully you're not developing diabetes. So, but yeah, I would recommend beetroot juice for you to help with that sugar in the meantime till it kind of normalizes out.
Okay, I started taking it again. You actually gave me my first thing of beetroot juice, and I love it. And I've actually turned several other people onto it.
Okay.
But I'm taking it again now.
All right, good deal. So we'll see you tomorrow then.
Of the beetroot juice?
Cap full first thing in the morning and right before you go to bed.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you for the call.
All
right.
Bye-bye.
All righty, bye-bye. All right, everyone, stay right there. We're up on a break. We will be right back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll just make sure I mention that. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll make sure I pronounce the Z. Okay. All right, we'll do. All right, everyone. So Hope you're enjoying the show. You guys can ask questions too. Let's see who we got out here. The Staffords out there in Red Bull in the Springs. What's up, Jason? Say happy Thanksgiving to your mom too for me. Yeah, they all just kind of pop in there and out of nowhere. Yeah. I'm gonna move the show to 7:30. Every show, or just my show, or everybody else's show too. Okay. All right, everyone. 30 seconds, and we will pop right back on the air here. Don't be shy. Ask those questions. Okay. All right. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, Community Pharmacist of the World. Now we're going to get right back into your calls. It looks like we have on line 6, Teresa. Teresa, welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yes, sir. I am watching the program tonight, and you showed a product that you were saying was good for weight loss, and I am well over 100 pounds overweight, and they've got me on metformin for it, and it's not working like it should.
Okay. So using metformin for diabetes, I take it, right?
Well, they've not declared me diabetic, but it runs real strong in the family.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if you want to drop some pounds, this along with the eliminating the carbohydrates in the evening at nighttime, I think you'll drop that weight. And then make sure you're hydrating with alkaline water too.
Alkaline water, okay.
Yes, ma'am. So what does your diet usually look like at dinner?
I've been on a regular diet.
So does that comprise of maybe mashed potatoes sometimes, mac and cheese?
Oh yeah.
Rice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you can drop the pounds if you just move that stuff up to lunch and maybe eat a little less of it, and then take you something like Garcinia cambogia in the morning, and it will help curb your appetite, and then make dinner something like a salad. You will drop that weight because your body's not going to have anything to turn into fat or sugar.
Okay. Can you spell the name of that?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I guess I should have everyone. It's Garcinia, Garcinia cambogia. Comes from the tamarind fruit.
Garcinia.
Cambogia.
Cambogia.
And I think this is available on the website as well, pharmacistblend.com. But yeah, this comes from the tamarind fruit. So, yep. So I think that will do well, but mostly the measures. Pharmacist with an S, blend.com, pharmacistblend.com. Or if you're local, you can just come by and get it, or you can call the pharmacy and we can ship it to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you just hold up on the good food.
Would it be helpful to me?
I do, especially since you're in, you have positive family risk factors. We could just prevent it from ever showing up altogether. And this stuff is high in fiber, and so it's going to clean you out pretty well.
Okay. And
yes, ma'am.
And the beetroot juice, how much would you recommend?
A capful every maybe once or twice a day, depending on the severity of your situation. I just do this capful, shake it up real good, and then do a shot every morning on an empty stomach.
AM on empty stomach.
For those of you whose sugars run a little high, or if you got something like pancreatitis or liver disease going on, do it twice a day.
Okay, twice a day for high blood pressure and
pancreatitis, liver problems.
high
Yeah.
sugars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, I think most of your issue is just the diet. If you move that food much earlier in the day, and then
and the Garcinia Cambogia, how often should I take that?
2 capsules once a day. I've had some customers get good results doing it 1 twice a day, but 2 in the morning is the standard dose.
Okay. And I thank you
Yes, ma'am.
so much for the information.
Okay.
You have a great evening.
Yes, ma'am. All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All righty, bye-bye. Let's see here. We got Thomas. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yeah, Doc. Look, I've been seeing the doc. I went to see him a couple of weeks ago, and I have enlarged prostate.
Okay.
I've been running around 350 to 4. So this time it was 4.75.
Okay.
And I talked to one of my friends, and they said a pharmacist got some stuff that I could take, but I bought it and then it's gone. It's not approved by FDA. I'm just wondering, should I take that?
Yes, you should. So the FDA does not approve supplements. Okay, so that's going to be on every supplement. It's on all of mine. They're not going to, approve over-the-counter supplements. They approve prescription drugs. So don't let that deter you. That's just a disclaimer that they have not approved any of the things said on this bottle. Saw palmetto is what I would recommend for you. It will help you get your PSA down. You're also going to have to watch your intake of fatty foods. That's also going to inflame your prostate. And then, and something, another, guys, you may not like it, but another thing that inflames the prostate is, how can I say it? Frequent intercourse is also going to inflame your prostate, just because when it is contracting, it's causing inflammation. So it's weird. Too much is too bad, and too little is too bad. So I guess you have to have a healthy medium in there in terms of using your prostate gland. But yeah, that's the route I would go. Saw palmetto, maybe 1 capsule in the morning, 2 at night before you go to bed, so you won't have to get up peeing all night.
Oh, do you have something like that?
We do, yes. Carry saw palmetto, 540 milligrams. So I rate about maybe $12-13. And what I like about it is it works the same day. It's nothing you have to take for a week before you see a result. It works the same day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll drop by and talk to you.
Okay. All right. Swing on by, Thomas. Thank you, sir.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. All right. All right.
Take care.
Yes, sir. You too. All right. Bye-bye. Let's see here. We've got Sheila. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yes, Dr. Pruitt, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I just want to let you know I really love your show. It's very informative.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am.
Yes.
Where you calling from?
I'm from Lebanon.
Lebanon. Okay. Well, yeah.
Just up the road. But I was calling to ask you, do you have anything for pancreatic insufficiency?
I do. I have a couple of things. The beetroot juice is going to help with pancreatic insufficiency. And then we also have something called super enzymes, which are going to help you break down that food so that your number 2 doesn't come out all runny. So those 2 will turn you around quickly.
Okay, because my doctor had prescribed me some medication and it was off the charts high.
Creon?
So, no, it's called Zenpep.
Oh, Zenpep. Yeah. You're talking about 4 Gs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got something.
So what I did, I went on Amazon and I found something called Microzym.
Okay.
And I've been using that, but I happen to think, let me see what Dr. Pruitt recommends.
Well, is it working for you?
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah. Stick with that if it works. But yeah, the 2 things we use, beetroot juice, we want the pancreas to start getting healed, and it's going to do that. Yeah. And then the super enzymes replace the enzymes that you're not making. So once the pancreas catches up, then you shouldn't need those anymore. Now, are you restricting your alcohol and sugar intake?
I don't drink, but I am type 2 diabetic, and you know, I take metformin and I take Farxiga
Okay.
and glyphosate.
Okay. Well, I think that
Yeah.
beetroot juice may help you come off at least one of those and drastically improve your blood sugar. And then watch those
Okay.
nighttime carbs. So that's we want to take away as much work that the pancreas has to do. So we want to give it what
Okay.
it needs, but we don't want it to work hard. So the nighttime
Okay.
carbs is going to make it work hard. So dinner needs to be soup and maybe a salad.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Salad this evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good stuff. So you'll see your numbers
Yeah,
lower when you in the morning.
Okay,
Mhm.
great. And I had one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have a little bit of brain fog and have a hard time sleeping. What would help with that?
I would recommend my CBD oil here, the hemp oil. This, and
Yeah.
I take about 5 milligrams of melatonin with it, and I'm out. So
Okay,
30
CBD.
minutes. Hemp oil. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, I've got it wrote down, and I'll be seeing you real soon, Dr. Pruitt.
Yes, ma'am. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
All right,
All right,
bye-bye.
all right.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, everyone, stay right there. We're up on another break. Shannon, okay. I'm gonna tell them like we gotta fly through this, guys. So, all right. So 9 is Jason, 10 Betty, 11 is Linda. Who was 12? 1 is John. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Yeah, in the last 10 minutes. All right. Let's see what we got. Experience. Yeah. Okay. I'll answer your question on air. Yeah, Miss Lyons. Yeah, I've got to send some more in to Amazon so they can reactivate it. So they were recommending a few hundred bottles. That's going to take me a minute to make. So we'll get that into Amazon and they'll reactivate the product. All right. Okay.
How you doing this evening?
Hey, pretty good. How's it going, man?
Fine, sir.
All right.
Get ready for little duck hunting talk.
Oh, really? So you the host tonight?
No, Brandon is out there. We're just getting ready while he's on break.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
How freaky this whole thing is over here. We step on this loud and pop while you're alive.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. 30 seconds. We're going to be back on air here for our last segment. So we'll try to squeeze in all these calls here. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, community pharmacist of the world. Listen, y'all, we got to get all these calls in. So one question, make it quick so we can get everybody in, okay? All right, so we are going to roll with Jason. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. May I help you?
Hey, Dr. Pruitt. I love your show, by the way.
All right, thank you.
I am insulin-dependent diabetic. I've had it for 48 years. I'm used to taking shots, no problem. Last 2 years ago, I had 2 strokes was in a coma for 3 weeks, had a blood sugar of 1,300, and then when I recuperated from that, I had a heart attack and open heart surgery. Do you recommend the beet juice to help with some? I take a few pills, but for what I went through, I think I'm doing pretty good to be alive. I take the grapefruit juice chewable tablets and have good luck with them.
Okay.
Because what do you recommend to just I want to get off the medicine.
Well, I don't know how fragile your situation is now. This, I think, would help your cause, especially with having a stroke. Let's try to open up that vasculature, those vessels to the areas that have been deadened by the stroke. And then also to try to get that sugar or keep that sugar down. And then also the nighttime carbs. So I'm going to reiterate this to everybody. Nighttime carbs are what get us in trouble. So I'm not sure if you all are being told that, but that's the culprit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, I do. You twice a day. And you, I probably do 2 capfuls in the morning, 2 capfuls at night.
Of the beetroot juice?
Yes, sir. The beetroot juice.
Okay. Now, the last time I went to the doctor a couple of months ago, my A1C had got down to 6.1, which was pretty good for me because it's always run up in the 10s and 12.
Yeah. You're 1,300. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I got to get through these calls quickly, but beetroot juice is what I recommend.
Okay. What about, they want to put me on something else to get me off some of the medicine. Do you recommend that or try something natural like what you have?
I say let you try what you want to do first. And if it doesn't do anything for you, then yeah, you can go that route.
I want to come see you because I love the natural stuff. And you're not just, I live right down the road from you.
All right. Come see me.
Hey, you have a great night and keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. You too.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay, Betty, quickly. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yes. I have been here in Murfreesboro for about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having I called you about 3 months ago, I think it was. I was supposed to come in and get something. I've been having migraine headaches. They put me on some medicine, but it's from my neck up, and it's nothing that I can take that is doing anything.
Okay, so let me recommend quickly the hemp oil. I'm also going to recommend magnesium for you. Okay, so magnesium oxide, 400 milligrams. We carry both, and I think that will help your migraines.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
When can I
Anytime. I'm always there.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Linda, quickly. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hi, Dr. Pruitt. I have a question about female hair thinning after menopause.
Okay.
And I've always had thick, curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
And since the menopause, the last couple of years, I've noticed that my hair is getting thin on the top. I went and got a haircut, and the stylist noticed it. And my dermatologist said that options are minoxidil, finasteride, since I'm past childbearing.
Yeah.
I'm scared of those two because of the fact that they say that you can grow hair on your face, and I don't want to end up with a beard and a mustache.
Hirsutism, yeah. So quickly, before we get off air here, let's try the Lydia Pinkham to balance your hormones out, and 10,000 milligrams of biotin daily.
Okay, 10,000 a day?
Yes, ma'am. And Lydia Pinkham. And this will balance out your hormones, because that's where the issue is. Okay, all right. Have
you heard anything about rosemary oil?
All right, you all. I'm going to answer her off prayer. You all stay right there. I'll be right back. All right, what'd you say, ma'am?
Have you heard about rosemary oil? I've read on the internet several articles, and they said that in clinical studies that rosemary oil worked as well as minoxidil 2%.
Really? Okay. I hadn't heard of that. Oh, there's another one. I'm sorry. Horsetail. It's an herb called horsetail that would also help your hair grow.
Mm-hmm. And then what's the one that you have?
Lydia Pinkham and biotin, but horsetail I would recommend too.
Okay, now do you have all of those?
Horsetail I have as a tea. Biotin I do have in stock, and then Lydia Pinkham right here I do have. Yes.
Okay, how much is the Lydia Pinkham?
I mean, $20.
Okay, and that's for the hormone?
Yes, ma'am. Balance you out. Yeah, because we want to get rid of the cause.
Okay, yeah, I have been researching because the dermatologist said he'd have to contact my primary care physician because I'm on blood pressure medication.
Yeah,
because of the minoxidil, if I went the minoxidil route,
yes,
like
ma'am.
I said, I don't want to end up with a beard and a mustache.
Yeah,
And then these trials say that rosemary oil works just as well as minoxidil, 2%.
Mm-hmm.
But it says you have to use some sort of a carrier oil.
Okay, let's see.
Because I guess it's so strong.
Linda, Linda, I'm getting ready to go back on air, but if you can watch the show, it'll give you my contact information. So just give me a buzz there, but I'm getting ready to go back on air here.
Okay, will you be there tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am, 9 to 6.
Okay, I'll call the store tomorrow. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, Community Pharmacist of the World. Guys, December show is free show. So call in, whatever your issue is, that product will be free. So tell your friends and family, call early. I appreciate everyone calling in. I don't know why y'all wait to 7:30 for all 50 of y'all to call in. But thank you all for calling. This is your Pharmacist On Call. I will see you in December. All right, thank you, sir. All right, everyone, we'll see you all later. Let's see. Okay. Okay.